Welcome to another edition of Eccles Global Info Session. We are discussing specifically the fall program, which is a BCOR 3000 Business Fundamentals program in London, England, and it's going to be amazing. However, I have up on the screen the Eccles Global website, and basically we can talk about anything that our folks would like to talk about, depending on what your interests are. We have a lot of other things going on. But again, we'll talk specifically about the BCOR in London right now. So let's get started. This is our homepage where you registered here for today's info session. And then over here under fall 2021 will be this recording once we get finished with this and updated. Don't be shy. Feel free to put anything in the chat or in the Q&A that comes to mind. So we're going to just pull down fall 2021 right now. So essentially, we are going to offer section 7, which is a 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. section taught on the campus here in Utah that runs Monday through Thursday, and it will include all of these BCOR courses that you need to take as a sophomore fall term student. Basically follows your freshman year, as you all know. So the professors will be working together to present these 5 topics: accounting, finance, management, marketing, and supply chain. And they're working together to provide that to you, and it's a 12-hour experience. So looks like there's 5 courses, but they're all intermixed. So there's a 12-hour experience, again, as you probably already know. We're also going to offer what we just put together this week with our good friends at KPA, who is our partner, and we'll get into who KPA is here in a minute. We put in this BUS 5880. Benyon Center Community Engagement is not the name of it. We're actually going to do a business consulting internship or program. It'll be global business consulting is what it'll be called. So we'll change that up soon on the website, and that's going to be a really nice addition. And it's a 3-hour class. It's a Eccles class, so you'll get Eccles credit. It doesn't go towards your major as much as just an elective within the business school, which you'll probably need some of that. There is a case to be made for that to be used as an elective in some of the majors, however, and I'll be working with the academic advisor to see how we can put that together. So essentially that's the fall, and the fall term will start exactly on time that the students here on campus start. And we start on August 23rd here on campus. We'll start classes on August 23rd in London. But you'll notice that classes are held from 2:30 in the afternoon to 5:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Thursday, because of the time difference. So the class will be taught in Utah, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. is an IVC class. It will have capacity for 80 students. We're taking 20 of those seats and carving them out for Eccles Global. So you'll be included with this cohort of students that are back on campus, and you may actually be involved in some of the teamwork with them, which would be kind of fun. We're trying to integrate that a little bit. So Monday through Thursday, 2:30 to 5:30. And then the BUS 5880 Global Business Consulting class will be offered probably on Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings for an hour and a half or 2 each of those mornings. And I have an amazing professor who is from Cheltenham, England, named John Travers, who I've worked with now for 4 semesters. And he is going to be I'll be the lead instructor, but he's going to do the heavy lifting. So he's actually in the UK, and he will be providing the guts of the experience. And that could be super cool. I really appreciate what he's going to be able to do for us. So that's essentially the program. Now, if you were going to take this load on campus and live on campus, if you go to the Eccles Business School website and you pull down the calculator, I think you know where that is, the tuition calculator, you're going to find that 15 semester credit hours of upper division Eccles credit will run about $8,800, $8,700. So you couple that with housing on campus, and you're looking at close to $13,000 for residence, tuition, and housing on the Utah campus for fall of 2021. This program is going to cost $13,250. In other words, about the same. And that cost is good until May 1st. After May 1st, the price will go up to $14,000. I don't know if we're going to last till May 1st. I have 5 accepted applicants and 6 other applicants that I have yet to look at. So we have a ton of energy going into this. If I'm a business scholar this year, having been, a freshman, being cooped up all year, not able to interact with my colleagues and friends, if this opportunity comes up and it's about the same price as being on campus, I'm gone, right? The only thing that this program doesn't include is, I'll cursor down here, let's see if we've got this handy. Here we go. So tuition, fees, all that stuff. Also, housing. So housing is 100% included. Well, I'll show you where we'll probably be housed. It's not for sure, but for 3 of the 4 semesters, we've been housed at one location in Camden Town, which is amazing. You'll have an unlimited Oyster card. And what that is a little credit card that is a tap on, tap off for the London transport, for underground, overground, for the buses, and it's unlimited basically. So we have one person that chatted in. Oh, Jen, thanks. You're open for questions. So feel free to put questions up there or put in the Q&A, either way you want to go. So $13,250 does not include international transportation to and from the program, or your food while you're on the program, or incidentals. And you'll want, as far as incidentals go, you'll want to make sure you leave some room for weekend travel. And I'm going to escort a couple of excursions that are fully included in this experience. And I probably should put that in as included. Oh yeah, 2 weekend excursions are actually there. And then we have medevac insurance. So CISI will provide your insurance, and it's highly comprehensive. I mean, your health and safety is our primary concern at Eccles Global. So that insurance policy is going to cover everything. I mean, I've had students actually get reimbursed for, Advil before. So it's really, really comprehensive. So you should rest assured there. If you have any issues, the insurance company will take care of it all. Now, what else am I missing anything here, Jenna, as far as what's included? I think that's pretty good, huh? But the best part of this thing, in my view, is who our partner is. We're working with KPA. And here is a link to the KPA website. And I'm actually going to put this in the chat bar so that you can click on this at your leisure. So there it is. And, feel free to jump in there anytime. This is the London link, but KPA has programs in a lot of places: Barcelona, London, Buenos Aires, Shanghai, Dublin, Florence, and in Sydney, Australia, which is where we're going to be in the spring, hopefully, COVID allowing. It's starting to look pretty good. We'll see if it goes, but Sydney is going to be an amazing experience. So you can click on any of those, take a look around. I pulled up London specifically, and to take a look at this, it basically takes you through who KPA is, what they do in London, experience, live, learn, etc. So explore the program. Now I'm going to show you where KPA is actually located in London. So this is a map of London, but it's so far zoomed in that you don't have context. I'm going to zoom out now, but here's KPA's headquarters right here. Actually, I'll click on one of these pictures. So here's KPA, and this is what the front doors actually look like there. So you have these 2 red doors and a bunch of trash. That's usually not there. Not a good look, but essentially your classrooms are up above these red doors. There are 2 Georgian townhomes that have been converted to space for students. And let's see if there's another good picture here of indoors. I don't see an indoor one, but we can find one here in a second. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So here's some other pictures of KPA. Now this is the inside. This is the theater classroom. This is the lobby area. So the front door, the red door, is, can you see that, Jenna? Is the pictures up? Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not losing people here, but so the front door is right here, and this is the lobby area, and then above this are classrooms. And I've taught there for 4 semesters. I've taught finance and this BUS 5880 class, and the facilities are amazingly great. They have what's called a global classroom. Actually, they have a couple. One's global full on, and one's kind of a mini version. 2 huge big screens. One is the professor talking. The other is the professor's PowerPoint or whiteboard or overhead, whatever it is, and super interactive in the classroom. There are microphones, super easy for you guys to communicate back to campus. We've had Mike Lewis, Sue Sundar, Elena Williamson, and me teach remotely through the Kappa system, and it's just like you're there. I mean, it's seamless. So these professors are going to teach back to these Kappa classrooms are really going to be easy to follow and easy to understand. So that's Kappa. I'm going to flip off this, and I'm going to bring this. I'm going to bring this up. So here we go. So where is Kappa located? Here is London. Here is Kensington Palace, where William and Kate live. Here is Big Ben over here, and Parliament here, Buckingham Palace, and Kappa right here on Cromwell Road. It's an amazingly easy location. Where you see these little signs right here that are red circles with a blue line through them, those are tube stops, underground stations for the train. And if you click on this, you can see that this one is, there's 3 different lines that come through there: Circle, District, and Piccadilly. So this is where you'd get off for walking to the Kappa Center for your classes. Super easy to get around. We'll go through that in just a second. If I cursor further out, you see the Thames wrapping around. And now we kind of get out further. You get London in perspective, and that's where you are. So essentially, you are in the heart of it. This is the center of finance for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. So you'll see a ton of economic energy in London, which is super cool. Great place to study. All 4 semesters, we've had students there. They've all been sad to leave, and it's changed them, absolutely changed them. So that's where Kappa is located. Now, where the living may happen is in Camden Town, and I'll cursor out from this in just a second to show you, but this is where students have lived for the last 3 semesters that we've been there. They basically right here in this company called Hinton and somebody LP, they're in the basement, but here's the housing up here. So literally these are the apartments that we have used. A bunch of students had a balcony up here on this one. There's a 2-story one with 6 beds, and we had all 6 females in our program 2 years ago, or a year ago, and up there, and it was great. Going down the street, let me just flip down here, and then we'll go out and make it a little bigger in just a second. Essentially, here is your tube stop. It's the Camden Town tube stop, and the housing again is right there. Tube stop right here. Tons of cheap eats along this street. Very easy to find inexpensive food. Across the street, I didn't show you from the housing, is one of the largest grocery chains in the UK. It's called Sainsbury's, and you would find food that's actually less expensive than a lot of places in the United States because there's no tax on it. And the exchange rate now is about 1.35 to 1, but it's still very, very affordable. So that's awesome. And students literally have loved living in Camden Town. Now, I can't guarantee that's where you'll be, but I can tell you this: Kappa will take great care of you. There's been 0 issues with any complaints on housing. It's awesome. Now I'm going to cursor out and show you essentially where this is. So it's up here, just in this area right up here, and it's got a really cool vibe for students. I'm going to show you Camden Market, which is an amazing place. I don't know if any of you have been here before. Camden Market is just too much fun. Let's see if we can find a street view. Lots of donuts. You'll come back maybe a little bit beefier, you know. I shouldn't say that, should I? I would. for sure. Let me just zip back out here and go down to the street level, see if we can find a good shot. Okay, so I'm going to put the little guy over here. So housing, remember, is right here where this Hinton and company. I'll just drop this over here a block away. And I mean, look at that. That is just so much fun in this area. Above the Camden Lock, which is it's a canal essentially that they run boats up and down. Up here, not that far, up in this area, there is a very awesome, the Roundhouse. This place is closed due to COVID right now, but it's expected to open again soon. If you get online and look at the Roundhouse, it has an amazing music acts and others that happen in there, and that they're basically acts that are being discovered. And it's a very, very hipster place to be, and students absolutely love that too. So this is, again, where you are relative to the Kappa Center. The Kappa Center was right down here. You'd be living right up here, probably. And I'm going to go to the tube map and show you. This looks like a complicated mess, but it really isn't. I'm going to just kind of squeeze down in here a little bit. So here is a tube map. And I'm going to highlight, let's see, it still looks like a crazy mess. But if you look right here where my cursor is, that's Camden Town right there. So that's your stop. You get on the northern line, which is the black line, go down to the Piccadilly line and change over and get off on Gloucester Road. It's about a 25 to 30-minute commute when there's no traffic. I mean, traffic meaning, when it's not rush hour. Right now, not many people are riding it because of COVID, but it's the COVID cases in the UK are plummeting because they have the same basic vaccine protocols that we have here, and people are getting vaccinated and the country is opening up. So that's the tube line. And this is actually an app you can get for your phone, and you can plug in station I'm leaving, station I'm going. It'll tell you the exact distance. You've got the tap on, tap off card. If you look closely, there's a number 1 on here, right here, a number 2 and a number 3. And I believe your card will work in 1 and 2, but that's even if it's in 1, that's plenty of room. Well, actually it needs to be 2 because of Camden Town. So your card is, again, unlimited Oyster card. So that's the tube map. Now, the schedule is every Monday through Thursday, you're basically captive, right? You're going to be in class. And you're going to be, I'm just going to stop the share real quick and go over here to pull up the schedule so we can look at this and you can see exactly what we're planning to do on the schedule. Calendar. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to share my screen. So sorry to take a little bit off there. And here we go. All right, so here's the schedule, or as they say in the UK, the schedule. Anyway, here it is. So you're going to arrive on the 19th of August, and you guys will be responsible for arriving on your own. You'll get great instructions from Kappa. You'll be told exactly what to expect when you land, how to make it to housing. Once you're to housing, you'll get your Oyster card. So you need to figure out transportation to housing, but it's only a few pounds. It's not a big deal. Then on Friday, there'll be an orientation that everyone will attend. And I will be there. I'm planning to be there for this time. So I'll be helping facilitate the arrivals and moving to your housing. When you arrive, you'll have a letter that basically says you're studying abroad with Kappa for this period of time. You don't need what's called a level 4 student visa. You're just on a walk-in visa essentially with this letter. It's not, you don't have to do anything in advance. Then if you, once you arrive, we get you situated in housing, and then the orientation is the next day, and then Friday or Saturday and Sunday you're free. I'm planning to have a Friday night dinner that we can do, a group dinner somewhere fun, and that would be on Eccles Global, so we'd take care of that. And then on Monday, you would start rocking and rolling. You'd be going on your BCOR classes. Then you'll notice that Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, each weekend is yours. There is no interference. These are your days to do what you'd like to do and to, study, right? No, just have fun, right? Go. So those days are free, and you can travel. And really, you only need to be back by say noon on Monday. So you've got a lot of time. Now we're going to cursor down a little bit. This weekend, September 24th, I'm planning to take all of you to the University of Amsterdam. And we have a person in Amsterdam, that a professor that would like to take us on a tour, give a little bit of a discussion around the history of the Netherlands and Amsterdam, and on the Hanseatic League. It's a really cool thing. We're going to do that. It's all included in your Eccles Global experience. We wouldn't be there for all 3 days, so you'd have some free time. We'd go on a Friday, Saturday morning, maybe have breakfast there too, and then Sunday and Monday morning, you'd basically have free time, and we'd either fly back on Monday or we'd take the Eurostar back. And then again, free time. And then fall break is all yours. Starts Friday, October 8th. We're back in class on Monday, the 18th. And that is the same fall break that the U campus experiences. Great time for friends and family to come and visit. And that happens a lot, right? So we just ask that those friends and family don't stay in your apartment, but they find their own housing. So all good on that. I mean, that's going to be awesome. And then later in the term, and right now we're planning on the Thanksgiving weekend. So this would be Thursday, no class, actually no class in the morning or in the afternoon. And we're thinking about an excursion, and I would lead that excursion. Sue Sundar would like to join, and we're thinking about going to Barcelona or Sevilla, Spain, or Madrid, or somewhere warmer, has a little longer day. I'm even thinking Greece. So that can happen. And then later on, come back, finish up the term, and away you go. Now, let me just show you about travel real quick. I just looked at flights just for fun to see what it costs to go to Barcelona on EasyJet. So EasyJet is the local airline, super inexpensive. Let's put that in. Let's just say we're going to go one way. Let's say we're going to depart. Let's see, we're going to go. Let's just say we're going to go on Friday the 15th, just see what a flight costs. One way. Okay, here we go. Show flights. Show me flights. Okay, so Friday we're looking at 27 pounds, about $45 for a one-way flight. Leaves at 2:40 at 2:20 in the afternoon, gets there at 5:30. If you want to go super early, it's gonna be a little more expensive. You can also hunt around for the weekends and they stay cheap. You want to leave Thursday night? I don't know if that's, no, can't leave Thursday, still in class. Anyway, point is, it's super cheap. Let's say you want to go to Paris. Actually, I pulled up the Eurostar for the 17th of September. It's a 2-hour and 22-minute direct train, $76 US. You can find cheaper ones too. I've seen them as low as $40 to go to Paris. There's also this app. It's the Trainline app, and you can do the Trainline UK, or you can do Trainline for all of Europe. I just pulled up London to Cambridge on March 29th, which would be Monday. It's an hour and 12 minutes, $11.59. Cambridge is an amazing place to hang out. Inside that KPA lobby that I showed you, there is a rack. And on the rack, there are these tear sheets for cities around the UK. I think there are actually some on the continent of Europe too. And you pull that out and it says Cambridge. You want to visit Cambridge? Here's all the stuff that's fun to do. Here are the lodging options. I recommend Hostelworld as an app on your phone. This Trainline is also an app on your phone, so is EasyJet. And you can pay for all this through Apple Pay or Android Pay. And you can reserve stuff, no problem. So you look at all these opportunities for housing, spend the weekend at Cambridge, go to Oxford. It's about the same distance, about the same price. Go to Wales. I went to Cardiff when I was there a couple years ago. It was an awesome place to visit for the day. There's a tear sheet at KPA again, gives you all the cool stuff to do. Well, cool stuff for an old guy. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed it. All right, so basically that is our fall semester. Now, let me tell you one thing. If COVID does not allow us to basically go on the 19th, I'm going to pull this over on the 19th of, I'm going to pull this over. We'll make this big again. Jenna, can you see that? Okay. So that is the PowerPoint, the Excel spreadsheet. The 19th of August is our goal. Okay. If you're on campus, you're going to be paying, again, about $13,000. You go to this experience, you're going to pay $13,000 too, if you're one of the lucky ones that gets the discount. if we can't travel on August 19th, if protocols for COVID still don't allow this, we will simply enroll in the IVC class on campus. You'll be Zooming in from here. I know you're all fatigued and that sounds like a horrible thing, but if it has to happen, it has to. And we'll wait weekly until London opens up. I mean, let's say it's into September or it's even into the early part of October. At some point during the fall, we're going to get over there. Now, the housing piece of about $4,500 will be discounted by the day or the week. You know, if we can't go for a week or two, we'll just discount it by those 2 weeks. If we can't go for a few days, I'll discount it by a few days. So just keep in mind that there's zero cost if COVID cancels this whole program, none. Even if we're asking you put a $500 deposit down at some point after I admit you and then give you the admission email, but that $500 deposit is refundable if COVID does not allow travel. It's non-refundable if we're allowed to travel. So, okay, I think that is pretty good, don't you, Jenna? Is that enough information? Here's the application link right here. And I did send out the first just little ticklers to the people that applied for fall. And I noticed that on our, oh, he's gone, but we actually have an Argentinian young man from Cordoba, Argentina, who I have Zoomed with, and he's in. I had talked to two women, sorry, from Korea yesterday who are matriculated Utah students, and they want to study abroad in London, and they can fully do that. All their passports will work through Utah as students on a I-9 or F-20 or whatever they're to go to this experience. One other thing I'll tell you too, at least one other thing, while you're on an Eccles Global experience, which this is 100% that, you are considered to be a resident of the state of Utah. Even though you're in London, you can still tick those days off as a resident. And then I write a letter that says you were in London, right? So it's pretty cool. And that you were in Utah at the same time, and they view that. So you can actually get your residency even by going on a study abroad. And we charge you the residency price. All right. Well, I've talked crazy time and no Q&As or chats. Anybody have questions? They have questions about anything else we're doing? Because we've got some other stuff going on. Everybody good? Jenna, are you good? There's a chat. Oh, Pat, is it mandatory to use? No. You can, no, the airline, no, you use any airline you want. Sorry. You can use Sky Miles or whatever, you know, you can take a slow boat. We're just going to show up on the 19th and then return after finals, you know, sometime around the 14th or 15th is when you'll check out. And you don't even have to return. You can stay, your parents can come in, your family, whatever, you can go play. So does that make sense? Is that good? Yeah, no, the airline I showed you is just for your personal travel while you're there. You can use that one or you can use any other one you want. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, okay. So what else? Yes, thank you. You're welcome. And the other nice thing about London is they sort of speak English. I mean, I can understand them usually, you know, so I don't know. Makes it easy. It doesn't make it easy for our Korean students or an Argentinian student, but typically it makes it easier for the rest of us. So we love our partner KPA. We've been working with them for 3 years now. We have been 2 semesters in Sydney, Australia, 4 semesters in London. Claire Kibblewhite is the director of student services, and she's there. And if you need anything, you'll have super awesome help. It literally, people sometimes, and when you travel, you experience this, there's stress, emotional stress sometimes. You can tap the CISI insurance and Claire will help you talk to a therapist. It's no big deal, and they can help you through it. Prescription medication you can get there. Boots is a big chain like Walgreens in the US. In fact, it's owned by Walgreens. So Boots and Walgreens talk to each other. If you have prescriptions you need to get filled here, they can fill them at Boots. It's pretty easy. It's really easy. So, all right, what other questions? Everybody else okay? So transportation to and from are just your responsibility. And you can use any airline you want. Norwegian Airlines just stopped flying internationally, apparently, but there is a startup that is happening by the same folks that started Norwegian, and I can't remember the name of it, but it will be in place midsummer this year. They're buying the 787s from the old Norwegian Air, and I think you can get over there for $300-400 round trip. It's nuts. Yeah. I mean, you're a little cramped, but you guys are young, you can handle it. So. All right. So I think that's it. From my perspective, we've gone about a half an hour. I just want to make sure that you're all comfortable. This recording will be posted to the website right here on, let's see, where's the homepage again? Let me go back here to the homepage. It'd be posted to the homepage, and you're welcome to view that anytime. And then also email me questions anytime. Let's see, I can go back to the homepage. Or Jenna or any of the other Eccles Global ambassadors who I don't see on this call, right? Anyway, Jenna, you're a trooper. Thank you. Let's see if I got this right down here. So we'll post this right here at fall 2021. If you'd like to bring your friends to the next one, which is April 2nd or the April 9th, we will be hosting the same webinar, and we can answer questions. Parents are invited to attend. Parents are invited to ask questions. So whatever works. My email is on here somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. And there's a contact form, so you can fill that out. My email is actually on this guy. Here's a chat. All right. Oh, good. Thanks, Jenna. You want to go? You do want to go, don't you? Okay, so let's see. My email is buzz.welch@utah.edu. And so email me anytime. There it is. Actually, they put Eccles in there, but you don't have to. All right, I'm going to sign off now, if everybody's cool with that. And just thank you all for being here. Appreciate your interest. Tell your friends what room you can pick your own roommates and everything else, right? So awesome. Thanks again. Have a great weekend.